Hello vinyl community, it's Martin here, and it's June 2020, and doing this on a Sunday morning. Just got back from work, feeling very bleary-eyed, and going to do or rather on my own now at the moment, self-isolating radio show. Takes about 40 minutes to drive there, I guess. Drive through Milton Keynes and yeah, just play stuff for 2 hours. So it's a good airing, I guess you could say, every week. Anyway, last video I did was I was talking about that army of what was it called? Anyway, yeah, I was looking at an album that I actually bought. So it was a new album, and got some interesting things actually the last month or so. Got a couple of loads of free cycle things. Ordered a few things off one seller off eBay. I had to pester him to get the money back because he said he was going to do multiple purchase kind of thing, but then he still sent them nearly all separately, so I don't know what was going on there. I mean, I don't know. There's enough cardboard box Amazon things in the world already. It doesn't really need any more. Yeah, and happened to walk up to the town to get something from the chemist one morning a couple of weeks ago, and then there was a record. Sorry, not a record shop. There was a charity shop that was reopening, and somehow I managed to sneak in. They just sort of said, "Yeah, you can go and have a look," So I found some quite interesting things there. Yeah, so I was just checking that wasn't food. It's just beard. Anyway, let's crack on with the first lot. The eBay things. Right. Okay. One of them I made a huge glaring mistake on it. So how many did I get from there? I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I got 4 things from the same seller in the UK. And the first one he sent was this, a bit of library music with an absolutely terrible cover on it. In Search of Excellence on Bruton Music. So this is it's called Advanced Rhythms in Industry. So they are pieces that people could use for films or whatever they want, done by session musicians. Obviously, this isn't some cool, expensive one, like some of them are. Cost absolute fortune. So I think they were like all sort of done in like limited runs. They weren't. They were just like one-offs and done by little labels. What was the other name? DeWolf was another label. Anyway, this one cost about, was it £4 or something? Anyway, and it has got Vision Plus on, which, if I remember rightly, was used on Tony Hart's Take Heart. That was a BBC kids program. It was always on in the summer. Tony Hart, yeah, sort of like a multi artist with. He created Morph, of course. He created Morph, the Plasticine Man, with his friend Chaz, and he did all sorts of different stuff. Anyway, so I bought that with a view to actually sampling from there, as these ones mostly are actually. The next one that I got was now this is a screenplay by Mark Frost. This is a film. Mark Frost did X-Files, I think. This is a film I've not seen and not heard of, although I think it's quite well known with horror buffs. So it's about a cult. I presume that it's like a city like New York or somewhere. 1987, Orion Pictures. Music composed by J. Peter Robinson, and it's a film called The Believers. So there's obviously some shenanigans going on somewhere, and quite a nice label there. Don't recognise it at all, but yeah, just you sample things on YouTube or whatever, and you think, I'd like to hear all of that, because they're not always all on there on YouTube. Yeah, this sounds interesting, and I can sort of tell by the titles of the songs as well. It's going to be interesting. All the tracks: spiders, boils and spiders, jogging, Cal's theme, safety, Toyland, Cal remembers Lisa, Sanctuary, Sacrifice is the main title. So it's got Martin Sheen in it. It's a film I've never seen. I'm not really into horror films, to be honest with you. But, there you go. You may also notice I found the baseball cap for 20p. I don't like what it says on it, but yeah. Saves getting burnt in the garden again, like usual with my head. This is virtually a new record and cost, I don't know, £4 or £5. There was one that I really wanted and I didn't get, and I sort of suspected I would get outbid on it. It was Orbital, and it was back in the 90s, and it was a soundtrack to a film, some sort of sci-fi film. I don't remember, but I listened to it, and it actually was released in between the period of was it like fourth and fifth album, because I've got the first 5 Orbital albums or so when I liked them, and yeah, this always is. I think it was called Octane or something like that. Anyway, sounded really good, but yeah, Orbital, just one of those bands that could turn their sound to films, I suppose. Anyway, this is sort of, I'm not even sure what this is, but it's on Warp, more commonly associated in the 90s with a lot of dance, house, techno. There's the, well, it doesn't even much say that it's Warp, only the tiny little symbol there. So it's called Berberian Sound Studio Broadcast. I think it's all dialogue and sound effects from a film or films. I've no idea, but it just looks so interesting, and it's got a thingamy-bob card with it. So the last one I got from this eBay seller, yeah, I sampled a couple of bits, and I thought that might be worth a try. Some random German film called Manta, the film. I don't know if the Manta is like that car or what, but yeah, I gave it away really here. The things that it would have on it that I didn't really particularly want, such as The Final Countdown Europe, which I'm sure I have anyway. I'm Too Sexy, Right Said Fred, Radar Love, Golden Earring. I mean, it's fair enough for a comp, to have these sort of things on it. Snap, The Power, Wiggle It, Two in a Room. But the ones that I sampled, they sounded interesting, but on reflection, maybe something I could have done without, to be honest. But anyway, never mind. Right, a few £1 fines here from. Oh yeah. So yeah, these are all £1 fines from a charity shop in, well, a hospice shop actually, not too far away, about half an hour's drive away, I suppose. So we have Psalms from St Albans. St Alban, first, apparently the first British saint. On Lamas Records, 34 Carlisle Avenue, St Albans, Hertfordshire. 12-inch, Jesus and Mary Chain, Reverence. Some band here I've never heard of, but it's sort of shoegazy. It's not too bad for £1. Venus Beads. I know nothing about them. Oh, Roadrunner music, but not Roadrunner the metal label. Anyway, it was £1 and it's got 4 tracks on it. I haven't really. I think maybe I did have Pet Sounds on vinyl, but I gave it away. I think the only Beach Boys I have on vinyl are these sort of MFP things, which to me are just fine. You know, I don't really need to have the proper albums as such. You know, Good Vibrations, Do It Again, The Monster Mash, Surfing USA. Yeah, I'm quite happy with those. Lulu's album, not her first album by any means, but the original EMI sleeve, and I think a nice, oh yeah, that label. Quite happy with that. Lulu doing some songs. Nice textured cover there. This, don't remember much about this. I remember it's sort of like acid jazz or something, but anyway, I'm not sure that's a keeper for me, to be honest. Or this one, I thought that's an interesting cover. Until I realised that it was, I'm afraid, to say pan pipes. Not really a pan pipes kind of guy. If only that there he was actually just like poisoning himself with one of those darts. Yeah, that's not very nice, is it? Anyway, never mind. Some more modern classical stuff. Satie, is that how you pronounce that? I'm not sure. Yeah, and I thought I would try and give Claude Debussy another go. Not particularly into him, but yeah, I suppose it's quite melancholy, isn't it? I'm not that keen on just a piano on its own. Now, another one for a nice pound here. James Griffiths. Hello, James. You showed this on, was it a female singer ranking video or something? Now, the song she does on here, Loving You, I'm not that keen on, but in an album context and to hear all the other tracks on it, it's actually a pretty good album for £1. You know, I don't have a huge amount of soul or even disco or anything like that really, but yeah, it's alright actually. And I wasn't aware that she was like trained or training to be an opera singer, so now I can sort of put that voice, la 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 la, and everything into context. And here's just a random folk album. It was on a label called Chapter One Records, which comes from Decca House. And it's sort of just like a folky singer album. I thought I'd give it a go. You know, it's not too bad. She has a couple of her own compositions on here. It's produced by John Keating, who did lots of all sorts of stuff really. Now, next load. I'm not going to show them all. It's a lot of. It came from Free Cycle. It's a lot. I had 2 Free Cycle trips. One, I'm afraid to say, was some terrible albums. Nothing worthy of showing really. You know, real quite dirge. Anyway, this was all house dance records from sort of like late 90s, early 2000s. A lot of the stuff I've just not heard of, and I will have to go through it. I suspect it's not really me, but in amongst them all, it's probably, well, I can show you how many there are. There's a lot. In amongst it all was a couple of corking tunes. I'll just probably show these. I've got, which I've never had, Prodigy Firestarter album. That's on an album 12-inch. And a promo of Lazy, an interesting track from Express 2 with David Byrne. If you've seen the video, it might remind you of your lockdown. Yeah, I don't know what these remixes are. I don't ever remember hearing them, but yeah, it's a great track, really. You know. So, oh, there was a what was this? I mean, this guy is a really big DJ, really big star. I think this is one of his earlier incarnations. This is Armin van Buuren. I think he must be Dutch or Belgian. So he's a DJ, probably more known for playing other people's records. And you often see these things on pop up on YouTube where like loads of people are just like dancing. I don't know where all the ugly people are. These sort of things. There's always these flags from all the countries around the world, and people like, I don't know, slightly maybe middle class ravers, I suppose. Although raving is a middle class thing, generally speaking. Yeah, and they have like a big stage set up, and then all the lights, and it goes on to the evening. Whether or not these people are clean or off their heads, I'm not really sure. Yeah, so this is just an EP. Is this an EP or just a couple of tracks? I'm not sure, but oh, sorry, it's just 2 tracks there. Yeah, 2 tracks. Yeah. So I won't show the rest of those because, well, firstly, I don't think anybody would be that interested, and secondly, I'm not that interested, and yeah, I don't know what they are, and I don't know how to talk about them, to be honest. I mean, yeah, so we will move on to the next load, and we're already at 17 minutes. So the last load coming up, hang on. Right. So this is a charity shop where I got let in, basically. I got let in and got the choice cuts, I suppose you would say. You know, I didn't take all the cool ones. There was some Deep Purple there, I think, but it was scratched. And I just thought, no, just leave it. Because sometimes you sort of think, I'll leave something for someone else, you know. There's some 7 inches, some of which are quite collectible, apparently, like 50s picture sleeves. So we've got Del Shannon, Runaway. Not the best picture of Del there, I don't think. I can show the labels. Look at that lovely maroon London label. And we've got Billy Fury and his number 2. His Morning Completions. Decker on the blue. Oh dear. Roy. His Roy. Oh no, sorry, hang on. His Roy pre-glasses. Quite rarely seen, I would have thought. Maroon London one there, and then with goggles. And this is on the Ember label, which looks like that. Yeah. And then we've got pick this up. This is on Pi, on Hispabox from Madrid, and it has Marionetas en la Cuerda, which to you and me is puppet on a string. Yeah, and some other tracks there. I don't know if she's singing in English or Spanish. It'd be better if she was singing in Spanish, maybe. Look at that mean, moody, sultry pick. So this person's obviously been to Spain, I think. Oh, what's that? Oh, here we go. Yeah, you never knew Herman's Hermits had done the Ray Davies tune "Dandy." And this is from someone who's got it on holiday from Mallorca. This is on EMI Barcelona Yeah, this kind of label. And it's also got on here Story of My Life, Bacharach and David, Dial My Number, and also Leaning on a Lamppost. Okay, here is, well, yeah, it's a spare Stevie Wonder free single from Songs in the Key of Life. Let me know if you want it. You've got to show the album though to prove that you need it. It's Kenny Ball. This cover just got me, so I got that. Kenny Ball Hit Parade, High Jazz, and interesting piece here. I'm not Catholic, but Pilgrimage to Lourdes. Got some lovely sound effects and people talking on here. Rather unique sort of. Someone stuck that in there. So this is an English pilgrimage to the Roman Catholic site where Mary allegedly appeared to some teenage girls, I think, with some healing waters there or that kind of thing. Probably quite a ecumenical kind of place, I would have thought. Right, albums. Most people might pass these by, but I don't think I've got any Manfred Mann. And why would I not want that for a quid? And similarly, another MFP, Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas. Ooh, got a nice musty, slightly musty smell, quite nice. Don't have any Village People. Surely that's all you need, isn't it? You know, it's used to be Bruce Grobbelaar here. Didn't know that the Liverpool goalkeeper was in Village People. It's Raining Men. Ooh. Now, this is now. Hello, Rob. Hi, Rob Walker. Enjoyed a couple of your videos yesterday. I'm way behind with watching my videos. Right now, here's Rupert the Bear, badly animated for the Daily Express there. This has got to be terrible, I would have thought. You know, it's got some lead vocals and yeah, this isn't Rupert and the Frog song, no. Oh, no siree. Oh dear. Yeah. Unfortunately not the album for a quid. This is a 2019 calendar. Calendar. And yeah. Absolutely fascinated by that conspiracy linking David Bowie, Spiders from Ziggy Stardust album, 5 years, and the Kay West cover. I mean, that's just like crazy, really, isn't it? If you know about it, Google it. Now, near where I live, there is a pub, and it's mentioned on this album. This is a local folk album, and a couple of nice tracks on here actually, but I picked it up because I just happened to look what it was on Discogs, and it's worth a little bit more than a quid. Yeah, it's Carol White, Alan White there. So this is from a pub. It says Summer Rain. Now that's a good name for a 5-piece band who play your kind of music. Do you remember that memorable dinner and dance you went to? The group played everything you asked for them, from quiet melodies. You sang along with those to those well loved up tempo standards. Put this disc on your turntable for all that, plus a couple of Summer Rain originals. And if you like what you hear, why not head out on the A41 for about 25 miles to the Crow's Nest night spot at Tring and hear Summer Rain live for yourself. And there's the phone number if you want to book them up. I presume we've got email now. Copy of Saturday Night Fever. Winston. His actual speech is not someone pretending to be him. Not a Winston Churchill impersonator. Thought I'd try this Cliff album. It's in great condition. Whether or not it's any good, I couldn't possibly say. I mean, really, Move It was his greatest 3 minutes. It's a Christmas album, sealed, sort of one of these albums that is you've probably seen in your supermarket, I would have thought, but anyway, it was sealed. Yeah, well, and save the best one till last. Not this. It's a Spandau Ballet singles collection. The guy, I don't know whether I should say this, but one of the guys in Spandau Ballet lives very near here. He does, as I'm driving to my radio show, he does a radio show on a local BBC radio station for local people. I'm sorry to say he's not a very good, it's very relaxed. Yeah, hi. Yeah, I was in Spandau Ballet. And, I think I could say this. Someone I know had an altercation with him, something to do with gardening. I don't mean like an angry person with a rake, but I mean maybe to do with land rights or something. I'm not sure, but well, they did all right for themselves, didn't they? Really, not nowhere near as cool as Duran Duran, but never mind. Yeah, hi. Hi, it's local radio DJ here. So, penultimate showing is Slade smashes all the hits on a Polydor 1980 compilation, from Get Down With It right through to Thanks for the Memory. It's not bad, is it? These all got these little, just notice they've got these little stickers in, so it must have come from the same person. And lastly, also by Slade, probably the best find album, I don't know, I bet it's described as psych, because one track sounds a bit psychy. So this is on American Cotillion label. It's got the cutout bit here. So this is called Play It Loud. I'm completely unfamiliar with Slade before they did that Red album, the live album. So I presume this is when they look like mods, don't they, or something? I mean, or punks or something anyway. So this will be interesting. This is from 1970. And it's got a lovely, sleeve with some albums on it. Yeah. So that has been me waffling on for half an hour. Thanks for sticking with me. Or if you've skimmed through the video, thanks for skimming through anyway. I'll be back again sometime soon. Enjoyed catching up with some of your videos lately. Oh, cat's coming back. Or is that another cat? I can't quite know. I think that's another cat. Yeah. Hasn't clocked me yet. But, no. Oh, he's a chunky boy, he is. Oh, he's come to drink some of the water. Anyway, I better go and scare off this other cat. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment if you like, and I'll see you in your video. I will try and comment. I could give some shout outs to, couldn't I? The people I've watched. I could say hello Stefan in Holland, Rob Paniques, who always comments on my videos. Hello, Rob. I hope you are doing okay over there. I presume that you're like working and stuff. And yeah, I would like to show you our garden because we've just done our garden up actually. Who else? Well, all the guys in the UK that we have the odd chat on Zoom with. So you've got John Bellamy, James Griffiths, a new guy called Sean, I think, and who else is there? If I forget someone, I'm in trouble. Steve Whitty, who I haven't seen a video from for a little while. Hope you're okay, Steve. John Downing. Yeah. Yeah, so hello to all of you, and if I've forgotten you, comment below and say why couldn't you remember my name or something, or yeah. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all soon. Cheers now, bye.